Hello, Bantitos. It's Ivan here, just giving you a quick little update because we're still a while away from the comedy festival and the live Good Banter podcast, but do not snooze on it because we've only got 25 tickets left for the live podcast, Sunday the 21st of April, 4 p.m. And this isn't one of those things where I go, oh, I've actually got 70 tickets left. I'm going to say there's heaps less than that to try and give people a nudge. There's 15 tickets left, all right? I must admit, the last few weeks we've battled for sales, but it's been sitting around that mark for a little bit. So don't snooze on that. Get on that, but also come to our Split Comedy Festival show on the Sunday as well. That's at 2:30 p.m. There's only 15 tickets left for that, so don't miss out. If you can't make it to any of those, Friday the 19th of April, well, you can write your own ticket on that. There's shitloads left. And Saturday the 20th of April, that's pretty much 50% sold. So if you want to get around that, but the live podcast, that's the big one. Go to the link down below to grab tickets. 15 tickets left for the live podcast. Don't snooze. It's going to be a fun day. And also, Tommy's asked me to... Obviously, Tommy, the Dexies didn't kick in this week. I think maybe he's out of Dexies, but he forgot to a big mention. We just want to say a huge happy 40th birthday to the great man, Ryan Gooch. Old Graham Gooch, old Gucci wallet, Gucci bag, Gucci goo. His partner, Natalie, hit us up. It's his 40th birthday. So, mate, we hope you have a ripper, the Gooch man. And just want to tell you, she's all fucking downhill once you turn 40, mate. You know, you don't feel like rooting as much. Your motivation drops off, but you really got to... It's fucking tough, but it's a great age. It's a great age. Celebrate hard, mate. Get absolutely shit-faced and look forward to the 3-day hangover, mate. But good on you, Gooch, man. Happy 40th. Thanks to Natalie for sending that in. And that's it. Enjoy the show.
That is good banter.
Oh, and away we go. Tim, E.
Testicle, 1, 2, 3. Here we are. Good Banter podcast, Good Banter HQ. Monday night. What more could one want?
Well, happy birthday, mate. It's Timmy Sargent's bloody birthday. I forgot to. I was gonna bring a few cupcakes and a few candles, but I ran out of time, mate, so apologies about that.
A lot of people have run out of time to do something special for me today. She's been I'll tell you what, she gets pretty fucking low-key by the time you get my age. It's not a lot's happened.
Well, as you get older as well, I don't think... I'm not someone who wants... I mean, you're not one of these people who tells everyone it's your birthday.
No.
Yeah,
obviously...
Oh, g'day, Judy. How are you? How's your weekend? Guess what? It's my birthday today.
I
don't give a fuck, Tom.
No, I don't tell anyone. They can usually work it out by the party hat I wear around. But
that's right.
But and the big badge.
Yes.
Birthday boy badge.
Yeah.
Tell you what, didn't you love wearing that? Actually, I didn't. But my sons, they wear that to school, and fucking hell,
when you're a kid,
you walk a couple of feet bigger when you're wearing your birthday boy badge.
You're tall. You're tall. You're out there.
Yeah, but not a lot's happened. Sort of did it all yesterday. Had a nice day yesterday with the family. Went to the Sporting Globe. Had a burger for lunch and watched a bit of basketball.
NBA.
Watched the NBA on the big screen, and then went and watched the Collingwood documentary.
Okay, the family would have loved that.
Yeah, they were absolutely stoked. Yeah.
So is this like because they won the premiership last year, didn't they?
They won the premiership last year.
Was
Good
it
memory.
A year in review? Was the year that was?
Yeah, sort of a year that was. So, it took Tam and, probably if it wasn't my birthday, I doubt I would have got them all along. But Tam came along, Noah came, Flynn and Harry. Harry was sitting in the front, so we had about fucking about a hectare in front of us.
And they're playing this at a cinema, are they?
At the cinema, yeah.
Jesus Christ, the cinema must be battling for movies.
No, she was a full house. Everyone was wearing that. It was a sellout. Everyone was wearing their Collingwood gear and went still side.
That's real nuffy stuff.
Yeah.
That
There was when the old lolly section, which is got an element of trust. When you got to weigh them, I reckon they might have had a loss there with all the Pies fans knocking shit off and but anyway, that's what you get for putting on a Collingwood doco at the old Hoyt Cinema.
Jeez,
It was a fucking shit show in there. A couple of punch-ons out the front.
I feel sorry for the bloke who's got to clean the cinema after all those nuffies have been in there, mate.
Yeah, there'll be a few little bloody ice barbies and a few empty Jimmy cans, and I think some bloke took a steamer on the bloody in the third row. But that's footy for you.
Yeah,
that's footy for you.
They're passionate. You've got to give them that.
Yeah, probably don't know about taking Harry though. I've had me time again because even little clean skins guys like Nick Dacos, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Tell you what, he said fuck about 500 times in the doco.
Oh, so is this like behind the scenes stuff?
Oh, this
before
is behind the
game?
scenes. Yeah, behind the scenes, and it's sort of a little candid camera following him around, and it was good, good doco.
Any after the game sort of action, or it's all sort of in?
No, it was after the game. Sort of followed him around after they won the flag. But one thing that did stick out, and I don't know whether I bloody think about this sort of shit too much, and it prevents me from enjoying things. I think sometimes I got too much empathy.
Okay.
So
okay.
So they won the flag. They're in the rooms.
You're worried about who missed out.
I am. I'm looking over at fucking Tay Adams and bloody all these other guys. You just see them, and what do you think about going out? It's become a real thing. I remember. Well, in this doco, Pendles actually mentions that when they won the flag in 2010,
yes,
they all went out and all the players went out the centre, and they just go around and they all say what the premiership means to them. And he said that was my favourite part of winning a flag. So that he wanted to do that again. So he got everyone out there and they did it, but it's only the players.
That's fair enough. You can't have the people who aren't playing in there because the premiership doesn't mean anything to them because they haven't won one.
Nah, it's true.
Mate, that's the cruel thing. You're starting to turn into one of these parents who think everyone should get a participation award.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
I think you are a little bit, mate. I think this little basketball coaching stuff you're starting to get a little soft, I reckon, Timmy.
Well, I'm sort of thinking the other way.
I mean, how would you go? Were you looking at anyone in Papua New Guinea? Did you have any empathy for them?
Well, not a great deal, but these guys aren't bloody Tay-Tay's not.
What if one of them was wearing a Collingwood jumper?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah, nice.
But maybe it's almost like fuck. You want them around, you know? You're hugging your mate. Oh, still side bottom, you little fucking beauty. Oh, bloody crispy. Oh, fuck. Sorry, mate, you didn't play. It's almost like we've won it, boys. Can you fuck off? You're sort of killing the mood here a bit.
You're killing the vibe.
Yeah, you got
tears
flag,
running down your cheek.
Can you? Sort of go and have your own little, have a couple of beers out in the car park there.
Yeah, I think they should do that.
Yeah, you're either celebrating or you're not. And if you're not,
a few years ago, I was up at Port Douglas and I hadn't played there for about 8 years, and they won the premiership. Everyone goes, "Come on, get out there," and I go, "Fuck that! I put my heart and soul into this. I never won a premiership. How can I be happy for these blokes?"
Yeah, you're right.
I am. I'm a bit of a mood killer.
Yeah,
bit of a mood killer, but it's not my bloody premiership.
Then there was the Bucks party. You went and sung the song with blokes you didn't even fucking know.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I was dragged in there.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I was swinging punches trying to not get in there, but because I'd had 35 beers, I couldn't fucking hold the weight of my own head up.
Yeah, okay. So, mate, I've got a footy story for you.
Oh, hello.
Got a footy story.
Hang on, can we quickly go to something
here?
Because we've got, I don't know whether you've heard the news. There's been some absolute shattering news, literally shattering news over the weekend.
No.
The big lurch, Big Calvin.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard. What happened to Lurch?
Mate, he's broken his ankle.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the boys. Well, he sent me through the photo. He's in the hospital. He's on the stick. He's on the morph stick. He's sucking hard. He's got the ankles. The ankle's all over the joint. It looked terrible. But a few of the boys hit me up and said he tripped over a blade of grass. So
yeah,
not much empathy for a few of his mates.
Well, I've seen Lurch at work, and he certainly didn't do it overworking, that's for sure. Working too hard. I saw him bloody on the tools one day, and
Maybe he tripped over his shovel when he was leaning on it.
he's a good man, Lurch. Bloody,
he's a fucking ripper.
but he's a big unit. When he did he come down awkwardly, or how did
I'll find out. So I've been hit up by a few. Little Tommy Williams, he's hit me up now. I don't think Tommy was a listener, but he thought, if I can throw Big Lurch under the bus.
Why not?
He goes, all right, lads, shout out to the Big Lurch from Tassie. Broke his ankle on a blade of grass at work yesterday, walking round. So shout out to him from Ferret. Ferret. That's a fucking Tassie nickname, isn't it? If ever I've heard it. That's a tip rat nickname, if ever I've heard it.
He's
the Ferret.
When Ferret's throwing you under the bus, life's not going great.
Yeah. I'm tipping maybe Lurch has thrown the Ferret under the bus a few times, but
he's not a hard worker, but he's a smart worker, Lurch. I reckon if ever he was going to bust his ankle, he's going to do it on work time. So mate, it'd be a council job, I reckon.
Oh yeah, they looked a bit cancel-y. So,
yeah, well, he's doing He was, when I saw him, he was I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but he was on a council property looking after the turf and
just watching the grass grow.
Yeah, well, he was.
Yep, it's growing.
He was riding his lawnmower. I don't know what this sort of lawnmower had. He was doing about fucking 85 k's an hour on this thing. He was like, he was like fucking drifting. He was
it's like taking Tasmanian drift.
He was moving. I don't know how much grass he was cutting, but he was having a good time out there, old Lurch. Fucking really carving
well, it must have been close to Smoko or something.
He had a bit of shit. Well, I guess when you do fuck all for the first 7 hours at work, you got to really speed things up towards the end.
Right. Yeah.
You look like you've done a decent day's work. Oh well,
yeah,
Lurch,
but we feel for you, Lurch. But I guess if you're still getting the bloody income coming in, you can sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Yeah,
smart man.
Who gives a fuck? But bloody nightmare for the start of the season because
Huonville, whatever they're called. Yeah, they're gonna be battling.
No, I think they'll survive without Lurch. But he'll be he's a good man.
And we social functions.
Oh, he'll get to social functions. Yeah, no, he'll be right. He'll be right. He won't miss those.
Yeah, so. Big Lurch, yeah. Rest up, mate. And, milk that bloody workers' comp as long as you can, mate.
Yeah,
we want to see you on a current affair getting chased down the street by a film crew.
Oh yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, I want to see Lurch getting caught doing a cashy somewhere when he's on the when he's out on workers' comp.
Or at a nightclub on a dance floor, just
carving
them up.
Doing the worm or something.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, but
that'd be good.
Well, wouldn't mind putting me bloody testicles on it being a Monday morning injury too. I reckon that might happen Saturday night, and he's sort of just iced it up and pushed through the pain barrier and done the old Monday morning roll of the ankle.
He sent it late in the week, so maybe it was a Thursday night. He'd sort of kicked on and then done something there and Friday, he said, fuck this, I'm gonna go over and pretend I've fucked the ankle. Give me the morphine stick.
That was probably silly of me to only assume that Lurch would only drink on a weekend. Could have done it any night of the week.
That's right.
But good luck with the recovery, Lurch. You'll be back.
Yeah, one of the best.
You'll be back at work doing fuck all before you know it, I guarantee you.
Yeah, we'll get him on light duties. Thought that's what he was already on.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much lighter can we get?
Lighter duties.
Yeah.
No, good on you, Lurch. You might have to slow down.
Lighter we can get him to lean on.
Might have to slow down to 65 k's an hour on the lawnmower.
Great stuff, mate.
All right.
So, talk to me. You got a footy story, mate.
I got a footy story that's it's not funny. It's sort of inspirational. So I did a gig at the up at the Kyabram Footy Club Friday arvo.
Great club.
Pretty sure I caught COVID. So
yep. You've coming off it.
Yeah, had COVID over the weekend, which was pretty a little turn back the clock. But I was fucked. I was sweating and aching and bloody. Just felt like shit. Bloody. How's this for? This sums up how bad I was feeling. Tam went to work, kids at school, home by myself.
No, didn't wank.
Didn't have a wank. Fucking hell.
You were crook.
Oh, I got in a position just out of habit, and I was like, you know what? I couldn't be fucked.
Can't be fucked.
That's saying something. That's almost that's code red sort of stuff.
It is. That's a worry.
That's a
worry.
real
Although you're 46 now, so maybe it's not the COVID. Maybe it's just you.
slowing down.
Losing the juice.
Mate, I'm just getting started.
Great.
So anyway, sick as a dog. Anyway, at the Kyabram Footy Club for 180 blokes for one of those big men's health sort of luncheons. Great day, great folk. Everyone's on the cans at 11:30, free piss. It's just a great time. And they've sat me down next to Braden Maynard's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Great guy. I've met him a few times. And is it Damien Drum?
Yeah, Damien Drum. I met him up at Shepparton Bears.
He's a lovely guy.
He's a brilliant guy. Absolutely fantastic. And I sort of had a soft spot for him because he used to be at Sydney years and years ago when I was a Sydney nuffy.
Yep.
But ripping bloke, and he said, well done on the gig at Shepparton. Shame about the Grigster, but I said that's all right, Drummy. You're a good man.
So he noticed that the Grigster was sort of hard.
He thought the Grigster was a bit flat.
Didn't give you much, but
Anyway,
mate,
Drummy, great fella.
Yeah, great guy. So he was the speaker for the day, and he was very interesting. Spoke about Sydney Swans and how he was
Fremantle.
Yes, he was at Fremantle. He's done a lot with his foot. He's in politics now, but lovely guy, very well spoken, and just a really
genuine.
You got off stage, and that was great, Tommy. And
not so genuine.
Yeah,
Tell us a few white lies.
Yeah, he was giving a little wink to his mate, and they had a little chuckle. But
fantastic. Mate.
Anyway,
love the helmet.
Can be a bit of a smart ass.
Yeah,
but anyway, he told a story about Ron Barassi.
Oh, the great Ronald Dale.
Ronald Dale Barassi.
He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're breaking the news.
No, but you know how sometimes you forget?
Yeah.
Because it just passes you by sometimes if you're not their close friend.
No. But he's definitely gone.
No, he's gone.
He's gone.
The great man.
So he told a story about him that I found quite inspiring. And this isn't a funny story. It's just a nice story. So Sydney Swans were fucked.
Oh,
they were absolutely
like 94, 95.
They're absolutely fucked. So
they cooked. I used to cry.
Did you?
After games when they lost.
They were getting pumped.
Oh, it was fucking terrible. And I'd go to school like everyone. You go to school in your footy jumpers. Footy jumper day. There's 35 Richmond jumpers. There's 50 Hawthorn jumpers. There's Bombers. There's Carlton. I fucking rock up in my little Sydney jumper.
With your shitty little Warwick Kappa shorts.
God, my balls haven't dropped. And, she was rough times back in primary school.
Yeah, no, it would have been.
Supporting the Sydney Swans.
Well, that's what you get for...
I wasn't flying around in bloody private helicopters like Jeffrey Edelston.
No.
We're in bad shape.
Yeah, no, that was a crook time. So enter Barassi. So they've brought him in, and Drum's his assistant.
Yep.
And he actually he said that everything that's happening in Sydney, people don't talk about it much, but it started with Barassi. He sort of changed everything, and he didn't get much of the glory himself.
No,
he got a granny, didn't he?
No. So Barassi, I reckon Barassi. He might have got there maybe 93, 94, 95 was his last year. Rodney Eade came in 96.
And is that when Lockhart?
That's when we made the granny.
Yeah. Anyway, so Barassi's coaching. It's pre-game, and he looks at Mark Bays.
Basie,
you'll love this story.
Raking left foot.
So and he goes, Basie, the only reason you're in this fucking team is because there's no one else here that's any good either. And he said it pre-game, so he's about to run out.
So everyone's fired up about how well they're travelling.
Yeah. So he's just fucking ripped into him, and Basie's like everyone loves him.
Oh, he's great.
All the players loved him.
Number 30, Basie.
And he could play, but he was a great bloke. Fans loved him, crowd favourite. So anyway, players have run out. And Drum and Barassi have got to walk, whatever it is, 30 metres or so through the tunnel, up the stairs, up to the coach's box. And just before they've left the room, so it's just Barassi and
it's Johnny Katz.
Johnny Katz, good man.
You're a great man. We won't answer it yet.
Is that his real last name?
It's Katsoulis.
Katsoulis.
He sort of shortened it down for entertainment purposes because no one can fucking spell Katsoulis.
Good move, I reckon.
Yeah. Can I buy a vow, thanks?
Katsoulis.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Drummy has pulled up Barassi and he said, mate,
you can't say that.
You can't say that. He goes, mate, they're about to run out. All the players love him. You're going to kill the mood. And he goes, mate, he's playing like shit. And they're at each other. Barassi and Drum just just into each other, just bang, bang, bang. And
Barassi's beating the drum.
And he's beating the drum. He's really giving the drum a bloody beating. And so he's into him, and they're fighting. And he goes, "Fuck, we got to get up to the box." So they've gone up to the box, and this a dad, because at this time Drum was coaching the reserves.
Yes.
And so a father of one of the players,
Maybe Bazies.
no, not Bazies.
I heard what you said.
He's one of the reserves players.
Oh.
He's still in the ones, Basie, but by the sounds of things, only just.
Yep.
So anyway, this player, this
Dad
has cut him off, and so Barassi's sort of walked ahead and disappeared, and he's cut Drum off and said, "Mate, my son has been played out of fucking position. He's going to be a gun. You should be playing him in the guts. You're fucking playing him out of position. You're fucking his career up."
Now's not the time, champ. We've got a bit going on, mate.
And he's going, "Mate, you're fucking his career up, mate. His confidence is down. His career's going to be over. You're ruining it." And he's just into him. And Barassi has come running in, and he's grabbed the dad, and he's gone, "Mate, Drummy is an excellent coach. I guarantee he has your son's best interest at heart. Now let's catch up tomorrow. Ring me tonight. We'll organise a time. We'll all catch up tomorrow, and we'll come up for a plan with your son. But Drummy is the man for the job. You just back him, and things are going to work out." And they walked off.
And by that time, the game was over.
Yeah, and
the game was
they've come back in. Yeah, Basie's had 47 possessions and won it off his own boot.
Yeah.
They're cheering him off, and they've walked off. And the point and he said, Barassi is the only person he's ever known. This was Barassi's greatest strength. He's the only person he's ever known that could truly separate an argument,
what they were talking about before. Forget about that.
From a person. He said,
Yes.
He doesn't judge. He never judged people on certain instances or cases or things. He goes, he could love you, but if you did something wrong or he disagreed with, it would be hell for leather, fucking blah 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 blah. And then
I've said my piece.
You're out
Forget
of it.
about it.
And
Let's move on.
Yeah, and Drummy's point was, if that guy had to come up and attacked Barassi, he would have been, fucking sucked in, Barassi. Fuck you, mate.
Yep.
Fuck you. You deserve that.
Oh, Drummy said he'd be like that.
Yeah, so Drummy said if that guy had gone to
Drummy's
Barassi,
a bit of an arsehole.
well, he said that's what most people would do.
Yeah,
straight after a fight, you'd be like, fuck you, mate.
Yeah, let's
Fuck, you
rip
deserve
into
that.
him.
Yeah, fucking get
Yeah,
him.
you are playing him out of position.
But he turned and he could make the separation between an argument and being a friend, and his point was, imagine if you could do that in life. Like, imagine with your wife, or you have a little barney with your wife, and you walk around for the next couple of days. Fuck you, and she puts a fucking teaspoon in the big spoon section of the drawer, and you're like,
it's hell to pay.
Fuck, how the fuck could you do that?
Yeah,
Are you
why
trying
are
to
we
break
married?
us up? Yeah.
Yep.
And I just thought it was interesting because that's you often hear about Barassi and how great he was and what made him great. And according to Drummy, that was one of the things that really gave him a point of difference. Anyway,
very good, mate. Very good. Very positive story to get us started.
yeah, I just thought we could.
Do you know who the player was who was getting played out of position?
No, he never.
Never mentioned.
No, he never mentioned, but I assume he never did anything with his career because he kept getting played out of position.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his career went to the
Oh, well,
dogs.
good stuff, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
well
so
done.
just an interesting one there. A bit of a motivation, feel good.
Yeah, I'm
maybe,
feeling good.
Something to make you.
Well, maybe it's not just a football story; it's a life story, as you said. As you said, if you've got beef with someone, even if your best mate's banged your wife or something, you could, but then separate that from.
It's not easy.
It's tough.
Fuck, it's
It
not
is
easy.
tough when you know they've both been rolling around in the sack and
Yeah, I reckon there's cases where
Yeah,
you're like,
okay,
you know
maybe.
what? Even Barassi might have
what a
told
fucking
this guy
job
to
the
go
bloke.
fuck himself.
Yeah, fair call. Fair
But
call.
even
Mrs. Barassi, someone was balls deep in Mrs. Barassi. You don't need that.
Nah,
Big
Barassi.
Ronald Dale wouldn't take that.
no, he's not backing you up if you're doing that shit.
No.
So anyway, so try
Maybe
and
she
separate
was out of
the two.
position.
I've
Try
tr-
doggy style.
No.
All right, we're getting a
Yeah, that's-
weird area here.
Yeah. So
Bring
so
it up.
I've certainly tried to give it a go since heard that speech, and it doesn't work.
You're just
It's near on impossible.
hold a bit of a grudge there.
Yeah, I'm
do
a
you,
grudge keeper.
mate? Okay. You're a grudge holder. So,
Anyway,
good stuff, mate. Anyway, good stuff. Now, Saturday night, mate, we were both, we were sort of planning on possibly catching up to do the pod because we were both in the same area.
Very close.
We were a couple of suburbs away. You could almost say you could drop punt.
You actually asked me if I could do your gig, and I said, I think I'm already doing it. That's how close the gigs were.
That's right. Oh, that's how
Unorganised
you are. Because I said, a few weeks ago, I said, I'm doing the Mitcham Cricket Club. And you said, I think I'm doing the Mitcham Cricket Club.
Yeah.
So would you have written in, because I had written in my diary, Mitcham Cricket Club 140-year anniversary. That's what I had written in.
For some reason, I had Mitcham Cricket Club written in my diary when my actual gig was at the East Ringwood Cricket Club. So I don't know what my train of thought was there.
Clearly fucked. Clearly not great. So, because usually most people, they write the club they're actually going to be at.
Not a neighbouring suburb.
No.
And think that'll jot the memory. It's probably just easier to write
Or even jog the memory. Still on with that jot stuff.
No, I like to jot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like you've got a bloody dental appointment at 9:30 on Tuesday morning. So in the diary, you're right, getting me bloody wart burn off my testicles because it's close enough.
It's
and
near.
think at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
and think, well, it's close enough.
Yeah, I'll put the pieces together.
I'll join the dots.
on
You
the
may as
day.
well write exactly what you're doing.
That's right. You got to do that.
So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when I wrote that in. But
Anyway, so we thought, well, maybe we'll catch up and do the pod early. But I said, I'll squish that. I'll squash that because I was doing a bit of hedging for the neighbours during the day, and I thought I'm going to be pushing it. So I thought I'll just head out to Mitcham by myself.
Wasn't hedging what they called it when you fire your penis up?
What? Edging.
That was edging.
Yeah. Jeez,
Edging.
you're just so close
So
on
close.
so much stuff there, Timmy. Yeah.
Because you weren't edging your neighbours, were you?
No, I was not edging. No. But
Anyway,
so I'm out at the Mitcham Cricket Club. It's their 140th year anniversary, and they're also inducting people into the Hall of Fame. So I want to say a big shout out to Brad Lavelle and Billy Gommers out there who
Guzman and Gommers.
Guzman and Gommers.
Love your nachos, boys.
Got me the gig, and I get the run sheet. I look at the run sheet, and there's always a bit of with these nights that there's always a lot of cramming going on.
Yeah, they're fairly optimistic when they write the run sheets.
They write it, to the second.
Yep.
And within the first 5 minutes of the function, you realise this is all up to shit.
Yep.
So and so craps on for too long, and we're out by half an hour now.
You're meant to be having dinner, and people are still rocking up.
People are still turning up. Everyone turns up late. It's actually, I turned up there and started to. I think everyone's sort of on time here, but it was at the Round in Mitcham, so it's a beautiful little venue that's been rebuilt, and so we turn up. I turn up, I start mingling, I work out, you got the sound guys, and the sound guys they've got the big sound set up here. They've got the big bloody board. They've got, all the bloody buttons, and they've got 3 mics. They've got the lapel, the lectern.
Bit of an overkill.
It's a bit of overkill, and they act like they're so fucking important. They are important, but they get a bit ahead of themselves.
Geez, they fuck it up a lot.
They do. There's a lot of what's going on there, boys? Anyway, so and I looked at the run sheet, and it sort of had a few young kids were going to get up and introduce the night. It was going to be like they're in their Mitcham gear. It's a great little touch. Yep. They're going to. What does cricket mean to them? They're going to talk about that in the Mitcham Cricket Club.
Looks good on paper.
No, it looks good on paper. And then I was getting up, and I was just going to run through. I was going to say the toilets are over there. Yep. The we've got the raffles. We've got this, and I started thinking because then about 2 hours later, then I was meant to do my little stand-up spot.
Yeah, you don't want that. You want them to know you're funny right from the start.
That's what I thought. So when old Guzman and Gommers gives me a buzz, said, Billy boy, this is how it's going to work, mate. I'll get up. I'll tell a few jokes early so they know I'm funny, hopefully. And then later on, if I've got a bit of time, then I'll sort of split it into 2 sections because you don't want to be getting down to 10 at night, and I've been telling everyone, oh, there's the toilet, smoke out there. There's a raffle ticket. They go, who's this fuckwit?
All of a sudden, you're talking about jerking off in a cup, and
it doesn't
and they're
work.
like, Jesus, he's turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happened to him, mate? He's had a stroke. So literally. All right. So I get up. The kids bring me on, and I get up there straight away. And I do about 10 minutes of stand up. It's good. It's always a bit of a mix. You've got the older crew, everyone's dressed up. You got the younger crew, but goes well. Everything works well. And then I introduce the club president, Big Al.
Yep.
Big Al comes up. He talks about what the club means to him. Things are going well. Great club, 140-year anniversary. And then we move into, we've got a bit of a panel happening.
Okay. Not a fan of the panel.
No, it's not too bad if it's people you know, and you know, these are all ex-players.
Yep.
So there's a few. We've got there's a 92-year-old bloke who, God bless him, he's played back in the World War or whatever, and so he's up there. We've got 4 other guys sitting round, and I'm chatting to Brad Lavelle, who's running the gig. He's on my table. He says, all right, I've told everyone to keep it short and sharp. Little stories, quick stories. Let's keep this night moving.
Well, if someone's been bloody 94 years old and they've been dragging stories out for 94 years, all of a sudden, someone telling them 10 minutes before they get up, they've got to keep it punchy. Yeah. It's a fair change. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
And I think as well, the big fella, bless his cotton socks, whatever socks he was wearing, he was struggling to even get sentences out. Yep. There are a lot of delay in between words. So he starts talking about what the rooms looked like in 1920 when he turned up. And he wasn't really grabbing the attention of the room.
No.
Everyone's so early on, we're about 15 minutes down, we've spoken to one panel member, and Brad Lavelle's big Braddles, he's starting to go, all right,
okay,
we're running out of time here. So anyway, goes to the next bloke, and he prattles on for a bit, and then third bloke, he prattles on, and no one's really grabbing the attention of the room. They're great stories. We love hearing about how the asbestos, gave you lung cancer back in 1940, but come on, let's speed it up here.
Let's speed it up, champ.
Speed it up.
He's not reading the room.
No, not reading the room. But we get to the last bloke. I can't remember what his name was, but very funny. Great speech. He sort of rescued it all.
Yep.
I mean, we are 2 hours in.
Yep.
Running well behind time, but then we go to the entree and do that, and then I get back up. Now we're into the Hall of Famers. Time's getting away from us here.
Yeah.
Time's getting away. We've got an hour. We've allowed 20 minutes to induct 6 people into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening. No, not at all. But anyway, first bloke comes up. And mind you, they did this 10 years ago at the 130-year anniversary. So we've already got some Hall of Famers.
Yep.
Now they're going to induct these ones. So we're not sort of inducting Hall of Famers who just recent. We're going back to the 20s and the 30s.
Yep.
We're going right back here.
Okay.
So back to the wall. So we're inducting a few, and then Billy Johnson, he unfortunately passed away 75 years ago, but his great granddaughter's here to have a chat, and his great granddaughter's 85, and she gets up and says, "Oh, Dad would be so proud." And yeah, very good.
Dad.
Oh, Grandpa, my great grandpa, whatever. I'm trying to put a bit of mayo on this.
Dad would be proud of Dad.
Dad would be proud of Dad, and his dad would be proud of his dad. Yeah, so it's starting to get to a point where, the watches are getting looked at, and a few of the smart asses are sort of clapping. Well, yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
And so they get through 6, and this is where they're at the point where I'm meant to do me stand-up. And
well, that's one thing that can get missed.
I said,
surely.
Steve-O, who was sort of running it, I said, mate, and he was like, mate, I don't think we have time. I said, that is fine by me, mate.
Is there a better feeling? Is there a better feeling when the night's gone too long?
Oh.
Tommy, do you reckon you could just do... Do you reckon we... Oh, I'm really sorry, mate. Do you reckon we can skip your comedy? Mate, nothing would make me happier.
It would have just been weird at that stage. Like, it's all Hall of Fame stuff, and now me coming on doing comedy.
Well, look,
it's ridiculous.
Very self-indulgent.
Well, that's right.
For you to think, well...
people need to hear this.
Me.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, please. And I got up. I said, mate, just skip me. Don't worry about it. But you got to give people a break. So we went to a break, and things are going well, and it is dragging on a bit. But it sort of started. We come back out, and we got to induct 6 more. And like I said, this is I'm not downplaying all the achievements and all things like that. But
it's a fine line.
It's a fine line, and it is a great night, but it's just cramming everything in. And people started taking a little bit of because there was one bloke who was a bit older. He was dead. He got inducted, but his sister and his nephew flew down from Canberra for the night.
Okay.
His nephew, and
so he needs a bit of time.
Well, you got to. So this is what he said. So his sister gets up and says, "Oh, Ronald Dale, he'd be just so proud of. He loved the club and this and that. And it's a real badge of honour." And then the nephew who came from Canberra starts going, "Oh, I wasn't going to say anything, but I've seen you being very generous with your time. I'm just going to say a few words." And old mate from Canberra starts talking about cricket's a great sport. I'm still playing cricket. I'm 55 years old. I'm still playing cricket up in Canberra. I play in the fifths. I just love it. He starts running through. Last time I checked, champ, you weren't inducted into the Hall of Fame, mate.
Oh.
What are you going on about, mate?
What goes through these fucking people's minds? Like, can your radar be any further off?
Mate.
I tell you, like everyone else in that room would have been thinking, "Fuck, we just got to wrap this up. We got to," they're thinking about everything. And this one bloke's thinking, you know what this needs?
This is my time.
Everyone needs to hear my views on local cricket. Fuck, mate. Like, is he just had a couple of beers and he's just having an off night, or is he just bailing up? Like, is he going to the supermarket and bailing the girl up, going, "You know what? I'll tell you what, this margarine, I've been having this for about 25 years."
Yeah, I remember when they used to make the fairy bread at the cricket club. This was the stuff they used. So he starts sort of self-indulging here. We're a bit like, can someone throw a few tomatoes or get the cane and rip this fuckhead off?
But I think it's a bigger issue than we make out. You sort of go, well, he didn't. But it's you've just, how many people were there?
180.
You fucked their night. You haven't fucked their night.
No,
but
no.
But that's 180 people. Like, if you're in traffic on a one-lane street and just thought, you know what? And you're in front, I'm just going to fucking stop here for 10 minutes.
180 cars behind
180
you.
cars. You're a fucking cunt. You know what I mean? But for some reason, people think, like, when I'm on stage doing jokes at stand-up, I'm thinking,
I need to laugh. I need to laugh.
Have I gone too long? Like, I think I'm very conscious about not going.
Oh, so am I.
Not, when
Not
the
wasting
crowd's ready to
time.
go.
Yeah.
Some people, maybe no one listens to him at home. Maybe his wife hates him, his kids hate him. And,
Anyway,
we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Anyway, so I got to a point where someone would go up and go, "No, this is a great honour. Thanks very much. I love the club. Thanks to everyone who voted." He gets off and everyone goes, That's how you do a speech. That's how you do a speech. And it even got to the point where one of the blokes, he'd passed away. They said, John Robinson, he unfortunately passed away 25 years ago, and his wife is actually crook in hospital, so she can't be here tonight. And everyone's like, thank fuck for that.
Good. I mean, I hope she survives.
She pulls through, but I'm glad she's not here.
Her timing's excellent.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm glad the emphysema kicked in. So, but we ended up getting it done. But just, it was a great night, well put together. But just, a few people, you just got to start reading the room, guys.
Yeah.
You just start reading the room and, just speed it up. I think everyone wants to let everyone know how much they think of the club, and they want to thank every person who was involved in their career. And sometimes you just got to realise it's not about me, even though I'm a Hall of Famer.
Well, you got to play the percentages. You think, look, I'm talking about great-granddad. How many people in here know great-granddad?
No.
Let me have a little count. Well, just me.
Well,
so,
I found that out.
So this is for me,
I
really.
found that out at the Port Douglas, 35-year reunion. I'm starting talking about people and go, no one knows who bloody Robbo is from 12 years ago? No one gives a shit.
Clubs move on pretty quick.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you do have to honour. You got to honour it.
It's important. It's a fine line.
You got to do it. You got to do it. So it was very, very great night. But anyone coming up, if you're a Hall of Famer, just short and sharp.
I'd say
2 to 3 minutes.
I'd say you got 6 lines.
Yep.
6 lines on 16 font.
Yep.
Sit down your laptop, set your little font to 16. You got 6 lines.
Make them count.
The moment you go onto that 7th line, fucking Barassi's coming out and he's knocking your head off.
Yeah.
You've gone too long. You know it's gone too long when your 140th bloody gala dinner finishes up and they say, look forward to seeing you all at the 150th in 7 years' time. Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we dragged that on a bit, didn't we?
nightmare.
Yeah. But no, well done to the Mitcham Cricket Club. Really great night. And as I said, the bloke next to me, he's going, fucking, this is the easiest money you've ever made. I said, I know, I've done 15 minutes of work.
But it's still not. It's just because it's
You're
just
there.
shit.
You're there,
It's
though.
shit. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
But yeah, so Brad, he listens to the podcast every now and then, so I do appreciate the gig and
Thanks,
well
Brad.
put together.
Great stuff, mate.
Yeah. So over to you, mate. Sorry,
All
I dragged
right.
on a bit.
Well, here's
there,
an
mate.
interesting one
All
for you. So probably about 4 months ago now, Harry's always wanted some little fish.
Oh yeah,
He wanted fish.
It's classic for a kid.
Classic.
You know,
They want
dogs
fish.
too much. They last too long. Cats, they hate everyone.
Yep.
It's a big commitment. Fish, you can sort of things go pear shut. You just flush them down the toilet. And
Yeah, it's hard to I've tried it before. It's hard to flush a fucking caboodle down the toilet. It really
I've
is.
tried. It was alive.
You really got to mash them up with the plunger to get
That's
it down
right.
there.
They get
Actually,
caught in the S bin.
I've got a story about that. I'll tell my story at the live pod about. So here's the incentive to come to the live pod.
Oh,
About a shit one of my kids did recently that has to be seen to be believed, and in the toilet, and
really?
and the madness. Oh, mate, don't count on it at our joint. There's shit. I reckon about a third of the shits end up in the toilet at our joint. So including
you and
mine,
Tam.
including mine. The percentage has gone up since we had kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, so stay tuned. Got a hell of a story coming up.
Oh.
So we get 5 fish. They're about $10 each.
That's good.
Fair bit of fucking around. I thought you'd just pour the tap water, chuck the fish in, Bob's your uncle.
You got to get the pH levels right. You got to get the temperature right. I mean, geez, these fish, they're getting a bit bloody.
Have we talked about the bloody guy at Clark Rubber and the pH levels? We've talked about that, haven't we?
No, I don't think so.
That's a fucking rort. That is like
the bloke.
the bloke that when you take your little cup of water in to your pool water, because we've got a little outdoor pool going, mate.
Yeah.
You take it in and it's fine. The kids are swimming. They're having a great time. You take your little cup in. He tests it. Okay, what do you do here? Okay, what just test that and walk. Oh boy. Yeah, you're that's you got yourself a little death trap there, Tom. And and you're like, your acids. And you're like, fucking hell. The way he's talking,
Like the kids' heads are going to burn off.
they're going to their face is going to melt off like that Indiana Jones movie. Remember the start with their face?
I didn't watch it.
It was a classic. But anyway, so and they're like, oh fuck, what have I got to do? And I reckon they could say fucking anything. Oh, you bloody your jizz levels are at fucking 2.4%. You need
It's like a mechanic.
Oh, they can make shit
They
up.
just make shit up. If you don't know, they can put the fear of God. It's like where we are here. If they start talking like they know what they're talking about, you can fool anyone. Like we walked in here. No one's worked here from your company for 10 years.
No.
We just walk in.
Confidence.
Some
we walk
lady
into
looked at
this
us
joint.
and we just go, hey, how you going? Yeah. She's got to be confident.
She felt like she had to explain to us what she was doing.
Yeah. I work here.
Yeah, I don't reckon this machine's even plugged in that they stick the fucking water in at Clark Rubber. Oh, yeah, okay, your pH, you're going to need that little bottle that's worth about $70 and put 2 pinches of that in and your chlorine levels and your IQ's down and your fucking...
Yeah, well, now it's getting personal.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
and it's fucked. Anyway, so you got to get this water to a certain level, get the 5 fish, $10 each, tiny little fish. I was going well for a couple of months and then... all of a sudden, they start disappearing.
All right, well...
A couple of fish are dropping off.
Well, the lovely Tam, your wife, she sent me a few messages. My first thought was, one of them's, you've got a cannibal fish.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like a soccer team in the Andes who have crashed. Someone's eating someone, but then I thought maybe is Elsie getting into them?
Well, that's it. We've sort of... Elsie couldn't get in there unless she's got a straw.
Okay, I don't think she's that smart.
She can't even work out where to shit, let alone to get a straw out of the top drawer.
No.
And stick it in the side of the fish tank and suck one of the fish out.
No, she couldn't do that.
Elsie's hasn't got the IQ, hasn't got the pH to be doing that shit. So all right, that's maybe it's got sucked into the filter or something.
Oh, so how big's this tank?
Oh, it's about the size of a fucking shoebox.
It's got a filter.
Well, not much of one. It's got a tiny little filter.
Like a little air bubble that pumps air bubbles.
I think so. Yeah, it's got something
You
going
sure
on.
it's not the pool you've put them in?
No, it's a bloody little... Anyway, and then one died. So we buried that one. So
you buried? You didn't go to the toilet?
Nah, Harry wanted... We had a funeral for this thing.
Right.
And so
okay.
we
Who spoke?
Harry.
Harry.
Yeah, quite moving, considering he probably killed the thing. So I reckon... Because Harry's been in charge of it.
Okay.
Harry's been looking after...
He's not eating them, is he?
Maybe Harry's eating. He has had a bit of fish breath lately. He's been eating a few fisherman friends around the house. Lay off the fisherman friends, buddy.
Jesus God. You been eating tuna?
I reckon, because he's in charge of feeding him, and I reckon we made that announcement out the front. I reckon all the 5 fish were sort of lined up, listening in, going, all right, we're going, Harry, all right, you got to feed them once every night. Grab a little pinch and drop it in. I reckon the fish were going, you know what?
We're fucked.
We're fucked by them. We are fucked. If Harry's looking after us, we are fucked.
Well, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they start eyeing each other off.
Yeah,
Who am I going to eat first?
Very inconsistent sizes. One day it'll be a fucking like the military has dropped off 8 pallets of fucking rice, and then
it's like an aid drop.
Yeah.
To Somalia.
Then they're on rations for the next 4 days. And then he'll just randomly plop in a fucking chlorine tablet or something just to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
So we're down to 2, but 2 of them have disappeared off the face of the planet. So my question is, when a fish dies, do the other fish eat the fish?
I reckon.
Is that what they're doing?
I reckon they got to be. I reckon.
It's the only possible solution.
They're all the same breed.
Different colours. Different
Did you have any of the boggle eye ones?
No, they're smaller than that. They're fucking tiny.
Oh, yeah. I think the tiny ones, there's not much eating in those.
But you've got to...
They're the same
in
size.
a proportion. Like,
yeah.
A fucking hamburger's not very big, but it is to another hamburger.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Like, it's... So, I don't know, but...
Well, how is Harry feeding them? Has he been a bit... Because I know what it's like. Sometimes if you haven't eaten in a few days, you look at one of your mates and go, "Oh, I fucking wouldn't mind if he passes over, or, falls over and carks it. I might take a bite out of him."
Tell you what, she'd be pretty nerve-wracking, wouldn't it? You're in the little fish bowl with 3 of your mates. You start feeling a bit crook, and your mates are going, How you feeling, Daryl? You feel a little bit. Why don't you just go over there?
A bit pale there, Daryl.
Just go over there and have a little
snooze,
rest, buddy.
Mate. He gets his fin and starts rubbing his head.
It's time to go, mate.
Don't
fight it, Daryl.
Don't fight it, Dazza.
Don't fight it, Daryl. Fucking roar! Wait till I'm dead, you bloody.
Daryl's got no head.
So bloody any Bantitos out there that
I reckon they're eating each other.
They're eating each other.
I reckon that's what it is, mate.
Fuck,
Definitely.
It's a cruel world.
No, it's tough, mate, but they forgot because they got bad memories. Did I just eat Daryl? I don't know.
You remember he was your mum? Maybe they forget he's my mate.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just like,
who's this fuckwit?
Oh, Daryl, no. One of my best friends in the world. I'm going to go for a walk. Oh, fuck, what's this?
What's
this here?
Who's this guy? He's just dropped in here.
He's fucking dead as a dodo. I might just eat him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Pros and cons to having a shit memory.
Yeah. No, it's I reckon they're eating each other, mate. So that's big.
That's big news at the Siegert.
Big news. Yeah. It's good.
What have we been going for?
Jeez, it feels like this one's dragging.
Yeah,
Does it feel like it's dragging? We're going okay.
Well, 46 minutes. That can't be right.
Nah.
Well, we spoke last week. Or I spoke. I said, let's try and Because I feel like last
Do a
2
few
weeks have
different
just
stories.
been the one topic each episode. Jeez, I feel like I've had 30 topics and my fucking time stands still. Did I bump that stop button for a while there?
No, I don't know. No, we're going all right. We're going all right, mate.
I got a really. Oh, you got something?
Yeah, well, I
sweet.
got something. So
Okay.
anyway, last Monday, I'm at work. Just loving life.
On the tools.
Love work.
Sun's out.
Oh, guns out. Anyway, text message comes through from my agent, acting agent. I don't have an
Hardest-working
agent.
agent in the biz.
Don't have an agent for anything else, so I give you the tip.
Yeah.
So anyway, she says, it's come from the lovely Cindy. Yeah. Cindy, my agent, number one agent to the stars. Oh yeah.
What's her biggest name on her books? You could be it.
Don't know. I don't really go into the office because some of the people, they go into the office, they start getting chummy with the agents because they take their career seriously.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to be front of mind in this business.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to be.
No.
I'm just.
I don't know if your heart's in it.
No. It depends on what it is. You know. Anyway, get a text message because the week before, I got an email from them saying that Super Cheap Auto are they're doing a new promotional thing. They're doing a photo shoot for some sort of trade card or something like that.
Okay, this is sounding big.
This is sounding a bit like me.
Yep.
I've done trades.
Well, I think of you.
I've got a few cards.
I think of cheap. I think of
super cheap.
Yeah.
And I drive an auto.
Real budget.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway, so they just need to know what your availability was for the next 4 weeks. And I just said, I'm Evan Hocking. I'm flexible. I can move stuff around if something pops up. Wink, wink, Cindy. Yep. So, who's going to the top of your list now? Evan Flexible Hocking. So,
flexible's a nice way of saying the old diary's
fuck all on.
The old diary's pretty empty.
Yep.
Not a lot coming up.
Nah, that's right. So anyway, I got a text on Monday and from Cindy. She says, Evan, great news. Super Cheap Auto. They want to go with you for the photo shoot. Are you available tomorrow and Wednesday? And well, I mean, I was going to do something on Tuesday, but when I saw the rate this was paying, and I decided, fuck my plans on Tuesday. I'm doing this.
Fuck hanging down the park for 8 hours.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
You've got a super cheap bloody commercial to go in.
I do,
A photo shoot?
It's a photo shoot. So what it's going to be, I'm going to be the face. They start talking, you could be the face of Super Cheap Auto.
Is there going to be a cardboard cutout?
Oh, there could be a card. There may not be a card. There's going to be cardboard cutouts in store, but it's going to be me holding these trade cards. So.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Will there be cardboard cutouts of you?
There could be.
I'm going to knock one of them off. We should have a competition.
Yeah, see who can knock it off or draw the biggest cock on my head.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, yep. Send us a photo of Evan's cardboard cutout with a big cock on his head.
That's right. So anyway, I go, no drama. She goes, it's a quick turnaround. Are you sure you can do it? I said, no worries. I've got nothing in the diary, Cindy. Lock it in.
0.
Let's do it. Look at the fee, you little beauty. She said, you're going to be doing all your filming Tuesday, and then you'll just have a little bit on Wednesday. I said, Cindy, you're the best. You're the agent to the stars.
Is it video or photo shoot?
No, it's all photo. So I don't have to say anything. I don't have to learn lines. To be honest, when she first texted me, I go, what the fuck did I sign up for? I had no idea. So when I ran home or drove home, I'm like, check the email. I go, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm out to Hurstbridge on Tuesday. Out to Hurstbridge, beautiful part of the world, and I'm a mechanic. That's what I'm going to be.
Okay, well, that makes sense, being super cheap.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, and it's a new trade card. So, I'm doing all that, and they're taking photos. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff. So the Wednesday goes well. It's a full day, and then I find out off Cindy that she's going to run a bit late the day after. I thought I was only going to do a couple of hours. She puts in the fee of what I should be earning.
Yep. Per hour or for the job?
Well, the job.
Okay.
She thought it wouldn't be as long as they've pulled the wool over Cindy's eyes here, and she's not happy. She said, I'm not happy about this, but anyway, can you do Wednesday? I said, yeah, no dramas. I'm doing the full day Wednesday. So I've got to be out at Glenroy, 8:30 in the morning.
Yep. There's a shithole.
That's fucking shit.
That is a bloody fucking dump out
Some
there.
of those areas out there. But we're going to one of the director's house. So he's got a great joint.
I'm sure he'd have a nice house.
Great joint.
Is that at Broady Way?
Yeah, it's sort of near Broadmeadows. It's not Broadmeadows. It's better than Broadmeadows. There's some nice houses out
Saw
there.
a little something on a current affair the other night about people in Broadmeadows, how people just dump their rubbish on the side of the road in Broadmeadows, and
Sort of like New York or something.
they just dump it, and showing this footage of like streets with houses in them, just with fucking garbage. They were like tips.
So it's not the people in the houses dumping. It's like someone just driving to Broadmeadows and dumping shit.
You don't dump it out the front of your house. You go around
stupid.
the street
Yeah.
and dump it out the front of someone else's house, but then that person's unfortunately probably dumping out the front of your house, and everyone's just fucking dumping all over
Like
the
a
joint.
revolving door.
And that's it's just a fucking dump fest out there, and the joints are dump. And they had the bloody mayor was talking. He goes, I don't know what to fucking do. I've given all those idiots bloody 2 free tip passes a year so they can take a whole trailer full of shit to the tip. I've got bloody they get 2 hard wastes a year, and they just dump shit in the fucking street.
I think they just need to fucking torch a few houses and turn them into dumps.
It is a
Dig 'em up.
shithole. It is a shithole out there. But
Yeah, she's tough. She's tough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm out of Glenroy.
Clean your shit up, Broadmeadows.
Yeah, get your shit together. Anyway, so we're getting to Glenroy at 8:30, and what's happening is we're getting a mobile mechanic. He's coming from Geelong. We need a mobile mechanic with, picture like your Lubemobile or your Home Tune. Do you remember that?
Lubemobile.
Yeah.
I got fucking anally raped by a Lubemobile one day.
Do they use lube?
No. My whole life savings went onto fixing my Daewoo that had never had a problem.
Your Daewoo.
It was my first car, a Daewoo,
God.
and I'd never serviced it. I didn't even know you had to service cars.
You didn't,
And,
you didn't know you had to put oil in them.
Yeah, nothing. I was just driving this thing around. It wasn't sounding right. So I had $1,800 in my bank, and $1,800 in my bank, and
A bit of overtime at the meetings.
had to go, and I just moved to Melbourne. I was on about $180 a week doing this bloody shitty fucking dental apprenticeship that wasn't even a real thing. I was getting bloody lied to there. So my life's fucked. I'm living like shit, and I called Lubemobile because it was like
Lubemobile will come to
$80.
you.
It was $80. They come for you for service. He goes, oh, mate, you keep popping into work. He was out the front. Oh, mate, I've just had to change this. Okay, yeah, no worries. Whatever's got to be done. Hey, mate, I've just tweaked that. Yeah, okay, no worries. Came in the bill. It was fucking $1,800. It was like he somehow had my bank details and charged me the exact amount of money. I was absolutely fucking shattered.
He's hacked you.
Oh, God, I was shattered.
Oh.
And never had a problem with the car. 2 days later, it shit itself.
As soon as
And
they
I had to
touch
borrow
it.
$2,500 from my dad to fix it.
Oh, God. After he'd done all the work.
After he'd supposedly done all the work.
Jesus.
I reckon it's one of those things that sometimes your car's just that fucked that everything shit's just holding it together.
Yeah.
And he moves one little bit of oil and the whole thing just...
It's like pushing a little domino that they're all stacked up.
It was that... I didn't even have to fill it with petrol. It was that fucked. It was running off
Running off
its own fumes.
The fumes of your
The
sweat.
fire, the fire that was constantly running in the engine. Lubemobile can eat a bag of dicks. I fucking hate them.
I haven't seen any Lubemobiles sort of driving around.
Good.
Are they still running? I don't know.
No, maybe they've worked out that you actually need to go to
a proper
You
mechanic.
can't fit enough shit in a car to actually fix a car. So, yeah, people finally worked them out. No,
That's
fuck
right.
them, Lubemobile.
Anyway, so we've got this mobile mechanic coming up because they need a mobile mechanic. They need a van with tools in it for these shots. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for tools in the back of this van. They're gonna take some really great shots for these trade cards for super cheap auto.
Hey, good.
So, all right, so this is big. This is big. So old mate.
Couldn't they have done this out the front of the other fucking joint the day before?
They've got different specs. They've got to take 375 different shots.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've flown a girl. What was her name? Down from Brisbane.
Model?
No, she was in the office, but she's like the brand ambassador or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's into it. She's loving life. So and she's got to clear everything with her boss in Brisbane. So the guys are taking shots. She's taking photos of the shots. What do you reckon of that? Is that suit? Because you got all these different specs and they're showing how the photo should look.
It's a bit wanky.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot goes into promoting a brand.
Yep.
And, if I'm the face of it, you're fucked. But anyway, I'm going well here. And anyway, so we're waiting for old mate. He's driving his van from Geelong. And, it's not too far. You come up the Geelong Freeway, you get off at fucking the Western Ring Road. And
just around the corner.
Should only be an hour from Geelong. Anyway, they said he's left at 8. Old mate in his van, he's left Geelong at 8.
Good timing. Peak hour traffic.
Yeah, but he should be there by 9, 9:15.
Yep.
Anyway, 8:30 slips by, 9 o'clock slips by. 9:30 slips by. All right, he's fucking running a bit late.
Tell you, he's one of these cockheads that'd get on stage and at the end of a night and do a 1 hour speech. This guy has no concept of making people wait.
He doesn't know what's going on. So anyway, 9:30. So we're an hour late now. 9:45. Everyone's getting a bit antsy.
Yep.
The people who are setting up the shoot, the camera guys, and the chick down from Brisbane. What the fuck's going on here?
He's super late.
He is super late. Yeah. So they ring him. They go, oh, yeah, he left Geelong at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? What's going on? What's happening to this guy? Anyway, so it gets to, what are we, quarter to 10. They go, well, send his number through. We've got to find out where this fuckwit is.
Yep.
Anyway, so they ring him, and first they find out he doesn't actually, it's not a mobile mechanic. He's got no tools in his thing. It's a truck. He's got a truck with a fucking compressor in it. Well, that's not ideal. I don't know.
Someone's not doing their job.
I don't know who fact-checked.
I'm not who's crossing the I's and dotting the T's here, but it's a fucking shit show down there.
Well, it is a bit. It's super cheap. Yeah.
I knew from the moment, this is no offence, but someone somewhere made a decision to make you the face of the company, that there's a few...
I'm going to sink this company.
Things don't have to go far to get ticked off at this company.
They've seen my headshot and gone, that's the guy we need.
They make quick decisions. They don't fucking think about things too much.
Yeah. Is this guy available? Yeah, he's got fucking nothing going on.
You don't want to see any of the other 100 because they're all better looking than him? No. We like number one.
He's good.
And what about the truck down Geelong? Doesn't matter that it's
just send it up.
Not at all suitable for what you require? No.
Send it up. Send it up from Geelong. Anyway.
We'll get him to leave early. No, get him to leave at 8.
Yeah, at 8.
Hit the peak hour.
Hopefully he'll be there at 9. Anyway, so 9:45, they finally ring and they go, where the fuck is he? He goes, I'm in Noble Park. Okay. What the fuck? You're in Noble Park? What are you doing there? He's fucking typed in the address, but... He's typed in the address and he's typed in whatever the address is and it's fucking in Noble Park.
Oh.
But who the fuck? What is going on here?
Mate, get the air compressor, stick it up your ass, turn it on and blow yourself up. You're a fucking idiot. Jesus.
Anyway, so that's 9:45 or something like that. So he's over an hour late. And we go,
he had one job.
Now he's got to come from Noble Park. He's gone past Glenroy. He's driven to Noble Park, one of the other fucking arse ends of the world. Like, you put Broadmeadows and Noble Park together, Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, there'd be some people dumping in Noble Park. So now he's got to turn back around, come back up the Monash.
Not telling you how to do your job, but you're in fucking Glenroy. You could walk out the front. Probably the third van that goes past, you could just wave them over. They're going to have tools in the back and do the shoot in the back of that.
Well, that's true, mate. But we've got old mate. He's coming back. So
everything's so fucking hard in those big company shoots.
It is.
Everything's so difficult.
I know. It's because you've got to get everything crossed off and checked off from 35 different people. Where you need someone to just go, all right, guys. No one really solves on the spot.
No.
Oh, the cameraman and that too. Like, because once they realise,
on the fly.
Once that guy rocked up. 3 days late. You go, all right, mate. Fucking, this is a truck. It's not a mobile mechanic. So lucky they had some fucking tools there. They just put some tools in the back. Oh, mate, just sat there and played on his phone for fucking an hour and a half while, And then we did all the shots. We got it all done. We did it. We were very good, very professional.
Yeah.
And then old mate, he fucking just, all right, mate, we're done. See you later, buddy. Go back to Geelong. He just fucking drives his big truck back down to Geelong.
So he got the gig.
I don't know who he worked for. It took him. We had to get one of the roller doors up on his truck thing. It took him 15 minutes to get that up.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
It's a shit show. But anyway, we got it done. We went out to Essendon Fields. We had to get some shots in some cars there. And, it all got smoothed over in the end. And look out, in April, you're going to see one Evan Hocking as the face of Super Cheap Auto. If you can draw a dick on my head, get a photo of it, send it into the Good Banter Instagram.
So what's the other one? There's Super Cheap. What's the other one?
Auto Pro, Auto Barn.
Auto Barn, is it?
Auto Barn?
Auto, I don't know, but
There's a few.
I'm going to start using the other one. If I walk in there and your fucking head's there holding up a little card,
Could scare a few people.
I am just going to fucking leg sweep it and knock that thing over and just
Kidney punch the cardboard cutout.
God, I'm going to knock one of those off for sure.
Yeah, great. So do that. So, so I think it's going to be social media and in store, just photo shoots. So,
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be.
But good pay, all right? Something like that?
Oh, yeah. But once again, you see the rate and then they go, I'm going to take your super out of that. Take the agent's fees, take your tax.
It's all part of being an adult,
that's
mate.
the way the world works.
That's the way the world works. That's why cashies are so good.
Oh, that's why they're great. Yeah. So anyway, so that's me, mate. That's me.
you.
So Super Cheap Auto.
How we...
Oh, we're at an hour. Yeah.
An hour.
Yeah.
Well, wait till this one. This one will be 2 6.
Do we have time, or do you want to do a little Patreon? What do you want to talk about? You got to get going.
I've got to go. It's my birthday.
Yeah, right. Yep. All right, tell this.
No, it's a 2-second story. Talking to a couple of piss guys at the pub.
Oh, great story.
A
Beautiful.
couple of piss guys at the pub.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yep.
Saturday night at the gig. Fucking funny blokes. And one guy was just poleaxed, and these two blokes just. I got there about 6:30. They're already on there. One's drinking an espresso martini, and you imagine they look like tradies, and you can imagine.
Yeah, they're not drinking for the taste.
No, they're just.
Like, I just want to get fucked
I said,
up.
"What are you doing those espresso martinis for?" Yeah, it was just because, mate, I've been on the piss since fucking 11 a.m.
I need something
They
different.
need to pick me up. The other guy's drinking red wine. They're big blokes, just a mess.
Which pub?
Hanging shit on each other.
Oh,
no, was it
out of East Ringwood.
Out of East Ringwood.
Oh, yeah. Mate, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah, just
out there.
A couple of really funny blokes. They're hanging shit on each other, blah, blah. And one goes to the dunny and he fucking stumbled as he went and he goes, mate, he always fucking stumbles, this bloke. He goes, I'll tell you a story. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They reckon they got a hypnotist to a cricket club function once. And about 100 people in the room. The hypnotist, he's having a fucking prick of a night. He's got 6 blokes up there and he cannot get them under.
Can't get them.
Cannot get them under.
They're fighting it.
And anyway, so he's up there bloody sweating bullets, zigging and zagging, and he cannot get them under. And the crowd's getting rested. And I've seen it before. I was at a McDonald's function and
so you're just at McDonald's.
Just at
Guy
McDonald's,
going, you were
no.
getting very sleepy.
And he eventually got him under because he's the best in the biz. And I won't say his name, but but I could. There was a stage there. I was thinking, this is tough.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. And I was thinking this would be hard, and that's the first time I'd ever thought, God, imagine if it just didn't go under, because there was a big room and there was a lot of stuff taking people's attention away, and his usual sort of hypnotic music, you couldn't really hear that because it was so big. Fuck, it'd be very bad. If you got a room full of people and that's your show to hypnotise people.
I think that's when you just have to bring a few rehypnols. Drink this.
Or just fucking job someone and give them a little...
You're getting very sleepy.
Everyone shut their eyes. Here we go.
You're drinking.
That's a good idea.
You've got a broken jaw.
Just randomly
just pretend you've got a broken jaw.
Drop a couple of rowies around the room.
Yeah.
Good thinking. So anyway, this guy, half an hour, nothing. And
Jesus.
And he's and the crowd's starting to get disinterested. This isn't our mate that's
No.
Anyway, he's battling. And he finally gets 3 guys under. And so and 3 guys finally under. And this guy was saying it's been about 40 minutes of just,
hard work.
and he's only meant to be up there for an hour and a half, or an hour 20, I think. So he's nearly used his whole time getting him under. Nothing's happening. He's lost the crowd. He's finally got these guys under. An old mate's come out of the dunny with a beer and he's tripped drinking his beer out the ton. He's just gone ass up into this table. The whole fucking table's flipped up. All the beers have smashed off the table. The two blokes have fucking
woken up.
All 6 blokes, people at the front, where everyone's up, and he gone, and the fucking hypnotist has gone, fuck! And he just fucked the whole night. It was a classic.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a great tale.
That is a great tale. That'd be hard work. It's like a stripper if they're not India, isn't it? It's like a hypnotist. Like, geez, you'd have to work. Like, as a comedian, you can sort of fake this is going all right kind of thing in a way.
If they're not under, they're not under.
If they're not under.
Almost harder than comedy.
Oh, it'd have to be.
If it's not going well.
And you have to really put on a show with that. They're very theatrical, the hypnotists, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can't phone it in.
A mate of mine, good mate of mine, Matt Shirley, was having trouble sleeping, and he back in Wodonga, and he looked into self hypnosis, and he did that, and got quite good at it, and started hypnotising his kids. He can send his kids to sleep.
Jeez, that'd
like
be
that,
handy.
and he's just started doing
That'd be handy.
bloody real handy, and and he's just started doing footy clubs.
Oh,
He's doing. He started on the tour, so
great.
And he's just all self-taught off YouTube.
Great, fantastic.
So
Well
it is
done, Shills.
achievable. It's not magic. It's real.
Yeah. So, I'll just quickly shout out. Did a fantastic gig yesterday. Me and the Nelson twins. You been to the Waterwheel Tavern?
Never heard of it.
It is down Lake Tyers. You heard of Lake Tyers?
No.
Well, it's near Lake's entrance.
I've been to Lake's entrance.
Yeah, so Lake Tyers is a little off the beaten track, and
Surprisingly fucking rough town.
oh fuck yeah!
You just assume all little beach towns
lovely.
are pretty, but
No.
she's got a rough little side.
Bit icy.
Bit icy.
Yeah, I saw a few of the boys from the local footy club. Great fellas, but I said, "How do you go down here, boys? There's not many women. It's a bit hard to pick up if you."
Yep.
It's a bit rough.
Bit blokey.
Yeah, but Lake Tyers, beautiful, great spot. You got the lake, you got the 90-mile beach.
Yeah.
Which is good. But the Waterwheel Tavern, to Tony and Kev, me and the twins did a 2:30 show at the Waterwheel Tavern there, and just a cracking group of people.
Yep.
Really good vibe. They looked after us. They gave us food before the gig. They said, "What do you want, boys? Yeah, have a drink." I said, "I'm a pussy. I'll have soda water until after the gig."
Yep.
And then then beers all through the show, and then we're hanging around having a chat to all the locals. And Tony was a ripper. He's got some great stories about when he booked Barnesy and James Rain and Mark Seymour and all that kind of. We'll get into that later. We'll never get into it at all. No, we don't have time. No need. So, and then hanging around, they go, "Oh, do you want anything else to eat?" Yeah, no dramas. Juzzy got it, the prawns, I had the pizza. But just a really great, if you're ever swinging by Lake Tyers, get to the Waterwheel Tavern. Tony and Kev, absolute legends, and to all the crew down at Lake Tyers, really good community vibe. That's what you like. And just one of those gigs right from the start. They're up and about. It was great fun. And, to everyone we met there, and as I said, Tony and Kev, thanks very much for having us. And as I walked off, Tony goes, "Good on you, Evo. Great to see you, mate." I said, "No worries, Trev." And walked out and gone, "Fuck, I think I just called him Trev. And I ran back in there and said, "Sorry, Tone. Bloody called you Trev."
Did he notice?
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, you fucking did, actually."
That's a kick in the guts when you've had a great 5 hours with someone, made a friend for life, and you get their name wrong on the way.
Oh, God. But you're made up for it by going back in there and
you're good, man.
grovelling. So, jump on the Instagram. Get on the Patreon. Things are pumping on the Patreon, Tim.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's been a few
been
drop-offs.
on there for a while.
A few people have dropped off, but jump back on.
Yeah, get back on, guys.
Get back on. Support us. We need it. Jump on. Grab tickets to our festival.
How much is it a month?
It's $8.50. It's less than a pint. Pints are $16.
I know, it's half a pint. For no other reason, just to support us.
Yeah.
Got our bloody...
I mean, there's shit on there, but yeah.
No, we've got some great stuff. I'm doing the Tommy
good.
Times. It's going off.
It's great. So, and get tickets to our festival show, which is coming up the 19th, 20th, 21st of April, and the live pod.
Yep.
Tommy's going to talk about the monster turd that one of the boys did.
Shit that one of my kids did. It's a hell of a story. You're
sure
gonna love
we
it.
have to tell it at the live pod? We're not really sucking them in there, are we?
Oh, it's pretty.
It's pretty full.
It's quite the story.
Okay, all right.
I think there's a bit more to it. It's got to be a couple of twists. It's got a
Great.
couple of turns. This one. You think him going one way, and it's
Going out the other.
and it goes out the other way. It's,
All right.
It's quite a story of a child shot.
Great. So, well, thanks for tuning in to another ep. Oh, good banter.
Good banter.
That's a good banter.